Hey folks, Landstryder here, and welcome to a first look of a new mod pack, Mystical Misadventures. Yes, that's right. This mod pack I've had a bit of a heavy hand in helping in the development of, but it is a mod pack by Nachtflame, and you can see we are on a server. So this is going to be the public server eventually, but right now it's only available to Nox patrons. So let's take a look at the server rules real quick. I don't remember this being a thing, but let's check it out. Server rules into the wilds. Okay, well, we don't want to go into the wilds just yet. So server rules, don't be a jerk. That's pretty self-explanatory. I indeed agree with that. Keep it family friendly. People stream and record here with family, friends, channels. Respect that, both in chat and your builds. Cool. If you don't want to participate in PvP, open your inventory. Click the gear button, server settings, and set PvP false. Really? Huh? Oh, he did add FTB utilities. Okay, we had talked about that. I wasn't sure if he was going to do it or not. So there we go. He did set. He did add FTB utilities. Interesting. Cool. Cool. Feature home of the starter market. Okay. So look, this is like a little auto-generated village of some sort. Not familiar with, but looks like maybe somebody's actually gotten a start here. They're like living in the little village here. I'm sure that's a thing here. I'm not sure. That must be Nox place. Must be. Yeah, interesting. Well, anyway, let's talk about what's in the pack. This is, I mean, obviously from the title, Mystical Misadventures. It's going to be a magic pack. They have the vampire mod, so you can be a vampire. There's ice and fire, so we're going to have dragons of all different descriptions, different age levels, so that you can maybe eventually learn to ride and everything else. Interesting. Somebody's grave. And it is nighttime right now, so I don't think we want to venture out in the dark just yet, because it could be quite dangerous out there. Could be quite dangerous. And there's Tinker's Construct. Let's see what else we got. There's Botania. There's Astral Sorcery, all sorts of things. Botania, Astral Sorcery, I mentioned all that. Let's see, other, oh, that's different. Ancient Warfare, that was one that was recently added. I don't know anything about that, but maybe we'll get into it soon enough. There is another one, Spartan Weapons. Spartan Weapons is in here, so you can make all kinds of different weaponry from that. But the main thing is, the main important feature of this is the fact that there is skillable. So you can't just go and just do anything you want. You have to first skill up to use certain things, particularly like the magic and particularly like Tinker's tools. You're not going to just be able to like create a Tinker's tool and then like be overpowered. It's not exactly going to work that way. I'm not sure I like that village just being like flat in the middle of, at the edge of a swamp and stuff like that. It looks kind of really out of place, but okay, I'm okay with it, I suppose. We'll just let that be, and we'll head off and do our little own thing here. Oh, look, there we go. We got some fairies already from or pixies, I think they're called. You kind of want to avoid them guys because they just like to steal your stuff, and I don't have much stuff to steal, and I probably need most of this stuff. Well, at least I need my Astral Sorcery Tome, and my on Dynamics of Integration. Probably might need that later on. That's one of the ones that was added on my suggestion, the Integrated Dynamics mod. You will find these vampire camps throughout the land. These are a good place to get experience. If you need to get some experience, you can kill these guys. They don't team up versus you. You can bring them on, pretty much take them on one-on-one. And there's no like faction involved as far as I know, unless something's been added. Oh my gosh, look there, right there is the remnants of Dragonfire. You can see that. That looks like it happened recently. In fact, there's a dragon. So we probably just want to not get too much closer to him. There he is. We're definitely not prepared for that. So let's head a different direction. Let's move away from that guy. So probably first thing we need to do, of course, is punch wood. Just like any other mod pack, and we can do that, no problem. We're going to get ourselves a little bit of oak. We're going to get a crafting table. And because this has the backpack mods, it allows us to just right click on a crafting table in our inventory, open that up, and then we can do some crafting. We don't have to set it down and then try to pick it back up or what have you. And the first thing I like to do is to create 2 wooden axes because there is ore excavation, and that will allow you to quickly cut down a few trees, and that's good way to just grab some material, because you're going to want to find a place to stay before the first night. But yeah, you want to get some wood. It's a good idea to build yourself or secure your first place of staying. Alright. One of the magic mods that I forgot to mention earlier that is included in this pack is blood magic. So that's the third major magic mod. Okay, so we found a astral sorcery temple here. I don't know if this is one of the ones with, I don't think it is one of the ones with the big crystals underneath it, but we do want to grab the treasure out of this because it looks like nobody has yet. So to do that, we are going to make ourselves a wooden pick. And we're going to be using wooden picks for a while, so we might as well make 2, because it takes a few levels in order to, in fact, another thing that we're going to want to do is make ourselves a wooden sword. Again, before we can use any really good tools, we're going to have to put some levels in some things, so let's just prepare for that. Oh, and I don't think I'm going to be able to break this. Nope, yep, magic required 2. But there's a solution for that. Now that's one of the things I'm definitely going to want to get into is a bunch of magic points, so we probably can just kill a few pigs with our freshly created wooden sword. That'll give us some food, for one, and just maybe enough experience to get that first level 2 in magic so that we can break that. There we go. 1 level. We're going to put that in magic first. Now, that might seem a little contradictory or counterintuitive, I should say, because you want to get better tools as quickly as possible, but these, being able to break marble is kind of important. Oh, nothing there. Maybe I'm on the wrong side here. Let's try this one. Nope, nothing there either. Now I'm not getting the marble because I don't have a proper tool, but I am exposing the stuff. There we go. I got some diamonds. That's kind of nice. Kind of nice. Alright, now let's move on. There is a dark, what looks like a dark forest over here. I'm wondering if this is a vampire forest, but let's, and if it is, I might want to stay here, because I would like to go and become a vampire. It is, indeed, a vampire forest. Nice. Now, I don't want to hang out around the pixies, because they will steal my things, like I said. But this is one of the few areas that a vampire can be out in the daytime. Of course, there's some really nasty things over there. Ooh, let's avoid that. I seen a what looked like a big giant wolf thing. I forget what they're called exactly, but they're really nasty. They are really nasty. Oh, maybe I can like just spot it. Or is it just a cow? Is it just a cow? There's a vampire cow and vampire pigs, because the vampires have been feeding off the animals, and when they do that, they can turn them into the vampire version of the creature. So let's. He doesn't seem to care that I'm swinging on him. Now, these are all been converted. I don't know. There must have been a vampire living here for a while, killing the cows. Now, of course, once they're vampire cows, they only drop rotten flesh, so probably not that necessary to kill them. I was hoping to get a little bit of leather, though. But let's move along. Maybe we'll just live on the edge of this someplace if we can find a decent place to build. Alright, so as soon as you get a level, you want to spend it early game here, because it's much more efficient to put these points someplace early, and you don't want to like let them build up, because they will you won't get as much out of your experience that way if you there we go, my sword. And we also have the levels mod, so our swords, I think that's what it's called, the one that lets do. So that gives me something here, and I can put something on here. Let's throw frost on there just in case we actually do have to deal with a genuine threat. Might help. I don't think it's going to matter when it comes to the little piggies, but we're going to get a few more levels here. Now if I could get to level 2 by killing these guys, I would be able to... Oh, that sun's about to go down. Now I'm debatable where I want to stay. Ooh. Guess I'm not getting that. Getting that XP. It's gone. But yeah, I'd like to get to level 2 real quick. That way I can put another level into my mining, and then I would be able to use stone tools. At least a stone pickaxe. And that would be wonderful for my first night, so that I can actually do some digging without having to use wooden pickaxes for too long. I feel a little bit bad about beating up on the piggies, but at the same time, food. Very good food, in fact. We do have a little bit of wood, so maybe it'd be a good idea to go grab a little bit more wood before things become bad. That looks like... Okay, that's just a lava pool. Okay, I was a little concerned that was going to be another dragon fire, and there would be a dragon nearby, but it doesn't look to be the case. What I'd really love to find is a rogue dungeon to go into, to hide, basically, and then, you know, take over and make my home. And there it is. There it is. Perfect timing. Sun's about to go down. I do have my 2 levels. I can put that into mining right now before we get any further. Now let's get down into that rogue dungeon. And hopefully this will be a good one. Ooh, yes, it's got fireworks. That means, I see right there's the fireworks sprouts. Since it's got fireworks, that probably also means that it's going to have a bedroom and a bed and all that other fun stuff that we could sleep off the night if we wanted to. Though I'm not sure that we're going to really care about that. Oh, there goes my wooden sword. Broke it on a piece of gravel. That's okay. It's okay. We can get down in here and start establishing ourselves. There we go. Don't get words. Words are sometimes a thing that I like to say. Alright, well there's the way down. Trying to figure out which way might be the bedroom. So we want to hit that first. We probably want to have ourselves a sword in hand, just in case, even though it's just going to be a wooden sword for the time being, because we didn't put anything in combat yet, so we can only use a wooden sword. Now, as soon as I get some material, I can make a slightly better pickaxe, and that will help out a lot. I think I've mentioned all the major mods in the pack so far. Obviously, there's rogue dungeons. There's the fireworks factory, or fireworks display. I really want to try to, and this is, the forge. The forge, that is nice. That is actually very nice, because that's going to give me these 2 auto furnaces. You can't even place, can't even place those hoppers until I was like level 4 in building, so that's nice. It's already set up for me. I could use those to crank out some things. Nice fireplace that I can eventually change into a flue for using for teleport and stuff. And there's some materials and tools and things like that. Alright, well let's put away one of those wooden pickaxes, because we're definitely not going to need that. Oh, that is nice. Look at that. A tempered blade. Now, I can't use it just yet, but that is going to come in real handy. Now, this 1 probe readme thing, I really don't need that. Really don't need that at this point, and we can throw this rotten flesh in there for the time being. We come back for it. We know where it's at. And there's an anvil. That is nice. I have a problem with the way this is set up. This is not a proper generator there, so if I wanted it to work, I'd have to actually get a bucket and move some things around there. So let's continue to look out here. Let's hope that this is the bedroom. Yay! Found the bedroom. All right. All right. See what we got in here. Some more stuff that didn't seem to want to. Oh, we got a couple of really good bows. 2 U-bows of Power 1 and Unbreaking 1, so we could combine those into a Power 2 Unbreaking 2 bow. That would be nice. Now, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to use them until I have 4 attack and 3 agility, but I did see a spawner like right down the end of the hall, right? like it's right there. I don't know what it is. I hope it's a zombie spawner and not a skeleton spawner, because that would be a little bit more beneficial, or a little bit easier to deal with, I should say. Not so much beneficial, but maybe slightly easier to deal with. So we want to deal with it probably sooner than later. And the way to do that is initially we want to light it up. So let's grab ourselves a bunch of torches. We got a bunch of torches. I think I pulled torches out of one of the other chests there too. And there's some surplus pantaloons of protection and unbreaking 2. We want to put those on since we can wear leather even without any skill. So that's like the only kind of armor you can use without having any skill. It's a little bit of food. Not bad. There's a potato there we can use to start an underground farm with. And I'm sure we'll find a few other things down here. So we shouldn't have to worry too much about that. But yeah, I think this is a good place to start. Good place to start. So before we wrap up this initial first look here, let's take, and I'm going to use some birch planks just to secure that spawner once I think we kind of want to dash in there and light it up. I'm just going to throw some of these torches. Actually, let's put it there. And oh goodness, it is a zombie spawner. Oh, now I'm running away. Did I get the torch down in the proper place? Close enough. Close enough. Now hopefully this wooden sword is going to be enough to deal with these first few guys. If I just don't let them touch me as much as possible. Now this is going to give me a bunch of experience too, which is good. Which will allow me to then, there we go. Now I'm going to do something slightly inefficient, but I really want to get my attack up now so that I can use that freshly found sword there as soon as possible. That doesn't get me there. I need attack 6. But now that I've got a little bit, and you can see that I have this wooden sword that I created is actually rare, so it should last a little bit longer. Little more durability than the previous one that I made. And we can just go ahead and start using this chest to start storing all these goodies that we've been picking up in for the time being. There we go. We'll make some more chests, set this room up as our base, basically our temporary starter base. Let's light this other hallway up back this direction a little bit so that we can make sure that we don't have just like random mobs spawning down in here. And this will also indicate to anybody else who just happens to wander down in here, hey, somebody's been here. Maybe I shouldn't be here, or maybe I should find some other place else to raid, because this place is being raided currently. Currently in the process of being raided. All right, let's clear out some of this gravel. We just want to make our new place look nice. We'll get on to making things nicer here. But now that we got a torch in here, it's not enough torches. There we go. Let's get this guy. That second torch there should deal with those back corners. Keep them nice and lit up so we don't have to any more mob spawns in here while we're trying to set it up. There we go. Get him down. Hey, more armor that I can wear. Nice. Alright, these 2 torches should be enough to keep us safe for the moment. That is nice. Now I got a chest piece that I can put on. Very good. Projectile projection. That's probably not bad in the dungeon here, because we're going to probably encounter some skeletons, and that will help. That'll help a lot. Alright, let's just clear this out. Grab our wooden axe there, because we're just going to take this chest and use it, take it back to our little room back here, set it down so we have more place to store stuff. Find my room. Where's my broom? Did I pass it up? I passed it up. I need to do something to distinguish it a little bit better so I don't walk by. I'll get used to it. I'll get used to it. Alright, well, let's just remove this here upside down stair that's obviously meant to be a shelf. Throw down our other oak chest. Now we got double chests, so we can just start storing all these things that we can't currently use yet. Probably want to hold on to that. Now that sword, I didn't even notice that. Sharpness 1 sword. Oh, and it came out ultra rare. That's so nice. So that's the thing about the levels mod, and I hope that's the one I'm correctly saying the right one. The levels mod. When items in a chest don't have a level. Like you see the stone sword that's in there. It doesn't have a level until I pick it up and put it in a player inventory, and then it randomly generates what rarity it is. And there's 5 levels of rarity. I believe 5 levels. Ultra rare is like pretty good. There's legendary above that, and then there's archaic, which is like the very best. And for weapons, that affects the damage. You can see that the purple number there, damages, actually does twice as much damage as the standard one. I believe that's how that works. You guys can correct me down in the comments if I'm saying that wrong, or if I'm not getting it right. Anyway, there we go. Got some bread, got some cooked fish, got some apples for food. We're gonna need lots of that. Now the next thing to do is to set this up over here. Oh, I want to make sure I keep my crafting table on hand, because that's important to craft, obviously. But now that we have a spawner lit up and stuff like that, we are going to just turn this into a mob farm. Pretty straightforward, which is going to be, well, first of all, let's, you know what I didn't have, or I put away, was my wooden pickaxe. Maybe I broke it? I don't think so. Do I have the wooden pickaxe? I still do have a wooden pickaxe. Okay. Keep the wooden axe available. But yeah, this is in this pack, a mob farm early game is definitely a good thing to have. Now, it looks like there's a big old cavern right over here. Right up through there. I just now noticed. Could be a slight issue. But that will make a nice place to go mining, so I can probably like go through there and then go up into that cavern and do a little bit of mining for the low tier materials early game. But the main thing that we're concerned about here is just setting this up to be a mob farm, and we'll just close that in for the time being with our ugly birch. It'll work. We're going to remove these corners just to give us that extra little bit of spawning area. I think that basically maxes out the spawn area, or comes close to it. It can be any, 3 from the spawner, I believe. Maybe 4 from the spawner. You guys can let me know in the comments down there which one it actually is, but I'm pretty sure it's just 3. So like a 7x7 is really all you need. Although I see a lot of people make a 9x9, but I think that has more to do with using water to move the mobs around than it has to do with the actual amount of space that the spawner can spawn in. Again, feel free to correct me, but we're going to do this. We're going to cover those across. Then we're going to dig out these right here, because we're going to want to drop down here, do our swinging. Now the other thing we need to consider is that there's going to be baby zombies come out of there, and we don't really want the baby zombies coming through here, so we're going to do this. But that then makes it a little bit hard to actually see what we're swinging at. So we're going to go again down one more layer right here, and then we'll put a layer of half slabs right there, so we can just drop down in this little slot and start swinging away. Now they're not seeing me. Usually they see me. There we go. That one sees me now. He's coming. Hey, and maybe he'll call his friend? No? Interesting. Now another thing that I could do to make this better would be to take out this layer right here so I can get right up in their face. But then I'm going to need, of course, a few more slabs, so I guess we're going to go mixing it up here. We're mixing up our textures, which is fine. It's a temporary thing anyway. So now we can get right up on these guys. I don't think they can even hit me like when I'm standing right here. Now they should be able to see me now that I'm actually my face is right up in the gap, and they'll start coming over my general area. Now I need to go and break that other torch over there, because I didn't break the torch. But there we go. I have some levels I should start spending, so we want to put those in attack first. Attack. I'm going to need 4 more levels to go to the next one, so just a couple more kills should do that. There we go, 4 and attack. But now I can sit here and farm the heck out of these zombies. Relatively safe. I don't think I have to worry too much about anything coming up behind me. Let's take out another layer right here, because I can use these 3 slabs to just make this a nice little step up. There we go. Now I got stairs right down to my little kill platform. I would like to have... I really don't need those pants, but... Alright, now I'm going to do something risky here. Well, actually, that's not that risky, because I can't get through there, so they can't either. Although I think if he drops in that hole, he'll be able to actually hit me. Okay, so... What I need to do is remove this temporarily, because I want to break that other torch so that we can get maximum spawning in here. And then just put it... There we go. Put that back. Put that back. And there we go. Now we got maximum spawn room. It's nice and dark in there. They will spawn in there often. And I can kind of know when they're going to spawn, because if you watch the spawner, like as the thing in the middle spins faster and faster, that means it's about to spawn. And you see now it's spinning really slow. It's really hard to see in the low light now, but yeah, like if you watch the spawner, you can kind of tell when it's about to spit out some mobs. Because the guy, the model in the middle of the spawner will spin much faster as it goes. But there we go. I've got more levels I need to spend. There we go. And we are good for the Tempered Blade. Now this is like super awesome because it's got high durability, it's Unbreaking 3, and it's got Mending. So I can sit here. Oh, excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. I can sit here for the next hour or two, just grinding experience, getting better and better leather armor, potentially, because they will occasionally drop enchanted leather armor and various other things. And I'm going to be getting a bunch of other stuff there. The Rotten Flesh, which is actually quite useful in this. And of course, this Tempered Blade is going to be leveling up the whole time too. Now, from this point on, okay, those things can hit you through the little gap, but they can't get through the little gap. That's a head crawler. You didn't see him. He wasn't there for very long, but he was. They can be nasty. They move fast. They can get through small spaces, just like a baby zombie. But yeah, we can sit here and get a ton of levels. I can then craft some of these shields together to give myself a nice shield. Of course, I don't think I can use it yet because I need to have a little bit of defense. So we'll have to do that. But I'm going to come in here, I'm going to dump some stuff, I'm going to grind a whole bunch on that spawner. And then if you guys are really liking this, if you guys think you want to see more of this series, more on the mystical Misadventures, make sure you hit that like button, because we're going to wrap this one up right now. I will come back and then we'll get into the first steps of what we do to advance. So this is a great way to start. This is just how I've decided that is probably the best way to start in there, because you are desperately in need of experience, and probably one of the easiest ways to get it is the way I just showed you. So anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you did like this, hit that like button. If you want to see more, make sure you leave a comment. And until next time, I will catch you later. Bye.